All
That was
right.
awesome.
And this is NERDOS back again. And this time we're going to have a review of the Thor Ragnarok. And we have the complete cast with us.
No,
So-
actually, we're missing one.
We're missing one person, but
We're missing
just
John.
like last time.
Yo, can I tell you? As soon as you said that in the last episode, I stopped watching. As soon as you said, "I hope the Yankees lose," I turned it off. I heard you. I heard you have my back a little bit, so I appreciate that. As soon as Mo said that, I turned it off.
Mo's like, I hate. Ray's like, I hate you, Mo.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Throw that in there.
All right. Well, before we keep talking, let's have our drink.
We totally
Cheers.
cut off Alonso's intros.
cheers.
Cheers.
To you.
Ah, there you go. Thank you, guys. And
You sure that was the water, right, Alonso?
yes.
Shot of one.
And the past days has been a little bit of like too many things coming out. Like we have Stranger Things, now we have Ragnarok. In like less than 2 weeks, we have Justice League and
Yeah.
Punisher.
It's like-
NERDOS
well,
season.
Well,
And then Star Wars in December.
That's
Oh,
right.
Star Wars
So
in
listen.
December.
Justice League, we gotta do a Nerdos field trip. That one we gotta do for sure. I think we all need to go and see that one.
I just
together.
want to go do that so I can rag on Superman the whole movie.
Why, man? Why you gotta rag on Superman?
Because that's your boy.
Because he's dead.
Because that's your boy.
And for everybody that's following us, the videos and everything, we're gonna have to come out with a little more often videos because
Well, this is gonna be a busy season,
Yeah,
man.
we got a lot to do.
Back to back to back. We gotta review Stranger Things.
yes.
I'm about
I
halfway
haven't
through.
started yet.
So
Okay.
I finished already.
Did you watch the first season?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Guillermo hasn't watched any of it. I'm about halfway through season 2, so we gotta do that one, and then
Just like with Game of Thrones.
Justice
I'm gonna have
League,
to-
and then the Punisher comes out soon after that, or around the same
Same night.
time, right?
Same night.
Same
November
Friday,
17th.
Friday, on Friday.
Marvel said, "Oh, you want to release your little Superman Batman
People
movie?
can stay at home and watch the
I
Punisher.
got you." Listen, I'd rather watch Punisher that night and watch Justice League during the day
during the day on Saturday.
and not deal with the crowds.
Yeah.
So they're really
That's
smart.
what we ended up doing when we went to see Thor yesterday. We went to see
Namaste.
Thor, I
Namaste.
think at 12 at noon or something like that. And it got crowded, but we got there early enough that it wasn't that bad. So you didn't have to like fight a crowd or anything. So yeah, it was good, man.
Yes.
So real quick,
We're gonna talk about the review of Thor.
Yeah, we're gonna-
no spoilers.
we're gonna do spoiler-free review
Yes.
for like the first few minutes,
And
real
then-
quick, and then we'll let you guys know when to tune out. That way you guys can get out if you haven't seen the movie, and then we'll discuss Easter eggs and plot points and possibilities as to where the franchise is going and so forth. So if I can just make the intro of the movie real quick. So Thor Ragnarok came out yesterday night or yesterday during the day. Dude, it starts
Friday night.
Thursday night. Thursday
Well,
midnight.
everything comes out Thursday night.
Yeah,
now,
Thursday
but
midnight.
The official release was Friday.
Okay. But dude, it stars everybody. Friggin' Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Kate Blanchett, Idris Elba, Jeff Goldblum, Mark Ruffalo, Anthony Hopkins, Tessa Thompson, Carl Urban. If I missed anybody, I don't know, but it's
The director,
The director
is the guy who
Taika
voiced,
Waititi.
He voiced
Korg.
Korg.
Yeah, which was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, okay, we'll get there.
I had
so-
read that somewhere prior to the movie. I had just kind of forgotten that it was
That
Yeah.
that it was the fact.
happened.
And we
So
were trying to figure out who it was the entire time.
Hey, the whole time I'm like, I know that voice. I know that voice.
Yeah, it's
he
the director.
has to have voiced something else before.
I don't know that he has.
No.
Yeah, he's got credits.
He's got voice credits.
Yeah,
I don't know where though. We can always look it up. But anyhow, so that being said, who's wearing the ceremonial Thor wig to start with? We're gonna each kind of go once and just give our quick spoiler-free review
And the hammer.
and the hammer. So
Yeah,
Ray,
so-
Ray, you want to do the honors?
Sure.
All right. So pass the wig over to Ray.
Got a little Don.
You have
Watch
to,
out, because it's heavy. 10,000 pounds.
if you're not watching the video, you have to go on YouTube for it. If you're on Instagram, you gotta check out.
It's
the
pretty hilarious. There it
wig,
is.
wig picture.
If you're just hearing us on any of our podcasts.
We are all wearing a blonde Thor wig.
I love the. It looks like it has.
There you go.
sparkles in the
You look like somebody out of an 80s hairband.
I look like someone.
All right, so spoiler free. What did you think of the movie?
I thought it was a fantastic movie. I thought it was the funniest out of the Marvel bunch so far. So I will agree
Yeah.
with what Alonso said in our group chat on that. It definitely cracked my top 5 in my Marvel rankings, dropping Spider-Man: Homecoming down a notch.
Really?
It's still not better than Iron Man 1. Iron Man 1 is still, in my personal opinion,
Right.
my favorite Marvel movie.
Movie-wise.
I loved the chemistry between Thor and Hulk. Even more so, I really enjoyed the chemistry with Loki and Thor. I think those guys after 3 movies have really found a really good groove with how they play off each other. And yeah, man, I thought it was a fun movie. I mean, I was a little bummed out at the post-credit scene.
Right. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that when we talk about the spoilers.
I just thought there'd be a little bit more to it.
Right.
But other than that, man, I mean, it was a really fun movie. Probably I give it, if I had to give it a 1 to 10, give it an 8.5.
Okay. All right. Mo, your turn.
Yay.
Jay.
You probably look better with the blonde wig. You have a better complexion.
That's racist.
Even more so than me, man.
It's only because of my light here. Because I hate the sun.
So what's your take on it? Like, how did you like it? Again, spoiler free.
I thought that as far as just every segment of the movie, the way that they kind of like spaced everything out was very, very well done, because the intro, the way the intro was done, the sequence and the way that it flowed was very good. Obviously, very funny. I'm gonna give it. I said it in the text 9.5. I'll say 9 now.
9.5 is quite a bit. 9.5 is up there.
I know you're gonna touch up on. There's a few quick little things that might have stood out to be picky at. As Ray mentioned, with the chemistry between the particular characters of Thor and Hulk, Thor and Loki, I enjoyed and I told you guys this earlier, the chemistry between Thor and every single character was just very unique. You can like feel the
he had his moments with everybody.
The vibe with everybody.
Yeah, he had his moments with
And
everybody.
Chris Hemsworth is dreamy.
He's a god, literally. I mentioned it to
You guys like that shirtless scene, huh?
Yeah, our buddy Plex, I was with us. He like made a comment. I didn't hear it. Thank God. I didn't want to hear it. But the way the story flowed, and with Hela being the way she was, obviously with how powerful she is, she's always gonna be obviously pretty intimidating. But with Kate Blanchett, the way she played her, it was pretty badass. Like she was
awesome.
Like holy shit, I'm pretty fucking frightened by this.
Yeah, she was awesome.
But
She looked good for her age too, man.
Yeah, she does. I mean,
That
I think she's 48, if I remember correctly.
God damn.
47, 48.
That suit did
Yeah.
her justice, and then her little walk with the.
She
with the hip
she had that
swing.
swagger
Yeah.
in the
I
swing.
would
Yeah.
let her abuse me any which way.
She dropped that hammer on Mo, huh?
Mo was like, I need a cougar.
All right.
My turn.
Go.
My turn, man.
Passing on the wig.
Passing on the wheel.
It's getting hot.
It gets itchy, man.
It gets itchy.
I wear it often. So hang on.
We're passing the
You and
wig,
the wifey role play.
The ceremonial wig.
the ceremony.
Hey man, you gotta keep things spiced up every now and then, you know?
I feel you, bro.
It's in my face. Okay, hang on.
I've been Paco the Cabana Boy more than once.
All right, so I don't want anybody to sound like, or I don't want anybody to think that I sound like a hater or anything like that.
Uh-oh.
I did enjoy the movie quite a bit. I wouldn't. It's probably in the top 5 for me too, as well. I definitely don't think it's better than Spider-Man. The issues that hang on, it's in my eyes. I had a couple of issues with it, mainly in the way that I think one of the characters was portrayed, and I'll get to that more in like
I think I know.
You think you know? And then the issue that I had going into the movie, looking at the trailers, was that like it was a very fun movie and it was very funny, but I almost felt like it was too funny, like it was maybe a little too much. Only because I was hoping that because it was meant to be Ragnarok and the end of Asgard, that it would have maybe
Took it a little too lightly.
like it didn't have that impact, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it was like, Asgard got destroyed and it was like, oh, well, there's no, well, I'm not going to say the line because that's more in the spoilers, but I feel like it took away from the fact that Asgard is now gone.
All right.
That's because you like that Zack Snyder
Didn't you say
dark.
it was supposed to be spoiler?
I know.
Well,
Just say.
my bad.
This guy.
Well, I mean Ragnarok.
But Ragnarok, I mean, that's what
implies-
Ragnarok is.
All right.
Still.
So-
rate it.
Still.
Rate it, I would give it an 8. I guess I would say it probably would break my top 5.
But at the end, we'll do like a renewed top 5 list from everybody.
Sure. But no, it was definitely enjoyable. Go watch it. It was a really fun movie. Yeah, the interactions between the characters are hilarious. It was very comic book like, like Alonso and I were saying earlier. Excuse me. I know, right? But it was good, man. It was a good movie.
Alrighty. Just put this thing on because I can hear anything.
You look good. Give me thunder.
Give me thunder.
Calling down the thunder.
Lord of Thunder.
All right. So,
God of Thunder.
Lord.
man, there's hair in my mouth.
That's what she said.
I really like the movie. I already told you guys that it was my favorite Marvel movie so far, and it's still my favorite. I think because it's totally different. It caught the essence of the comic book. Like when I was seeing the movie, it made me think of the comic book, like reading the pages and how funny they were each time they make a joke. Because in the comics they make little small jokes, and this one too. So the chemistry between the characters were really good, and the art, the cinematography around it, the whole planet, everything looks amazing.
Yeah, it was very colorful.
Very well
Yeah, very
done.
colorful.
They gave a lot of tribute to Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Through everything. For
I was
people
gonna
that
say
don't
that.
know who Jack Kirby is one of the biggest artists and like in comic
Like
books.
golden
Yes.
age comic books.
Didn't he ink the original like drawings of Thor?
I don't know if he inked them, but I know
Well, I mean, draw them,
he drew all that
But
stuff.
he's
Yeah, he was
involved in
one of the
like-
artists.
So he designed the character.
Yeah, but he's involved in a lot of the characters that Marvel has.
Yeah,
So
DC as well.
yeah, so kudos to Watiki. What's his name?
Taika Waititi, the
Yes,
director.
and the whole cast that they did a great effort. And I had to rate the movie. It cracked 9.5 probably.
Really?
Yes,
Damn,
for me.
that's
For me, yes, for me because I really like it, and I'm a little biased, like I told you guys, because I really like Hulk more than anybody. So I really like Hulk. So in this movie, you see a lot of him,
yeah.
and it's funny. There's many funny scenes on it. So watch it, enjoy it, because it's one of the. I think it's the best movie that has come out of the superhero movies in this year.
This year for sure.
I have a
In
question
this
for
year
you
for
then.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so are we
Hold on.
talking? So should we get into
No,
spoilers yet or not yet?
spoiler yet.
Okay.
Well, as far as this year stuff, like I like it better than Spider-Man. I like it better.
Yeah, I
than
like it better than
Wonder Woman.
Spider-Man.
I like it better than Wonder Woman. I
Yes.
like it better than Guardians. I like it better than
Logan?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it better than Logan.
I liked it better than Guardians and Logan. I can't say that I liked it better than
As much
Wonder
as I-
Woman or
You're
Spider-Man.
As
being a
much as
little
I love-
biased because
Yeah.
you
I'm a big
love-
I'm a big Spider-Man fan, but
as much as I
but
loved Logan, I like this one.
but I don't know. Something about I liked Wonder Woman a lot, man. I
like
think
Wonder Woman
I
a
like
lot.
Wonder Woman better than Thor Ragnarok. I'd say,
I like
but
Wonder Woman a lot.
I enjoyed
but
the movie more.
The bad guy kills it.
Killed
True.
the movie. And Kate
True.
Blanchett did
Yeah.
a lot better job than
Yes.
that dude did.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah,
my question
yeah.
for you is, since you're a really big Hulk fan, Edward Norton or Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say that too.
I liked
Do you
Ed
think
Norton. I
you
thought
don't think
I
Ed
was
Norton
fine.
would have had similar chemistry with the cast? Or? No.
But
Yeah,
I
I
did
think
like
I think
him
Mark Ruffalo's a funnier guy, like
Yes.
he himself maybe. I've never seen.
I don't know, Ed
I don't
Norton-
know that I've ever seen Ed Norton in like a humorous role.
You never saw
necessarily.
the one where he was a priest and Ben Stiller was a rabbi.
He wasn't that funny in that. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say.
dude. I mean, he's not Will Ferrell, but neither is Mark
yeah,
Ruffalo.
I wouldn't say he was funny in that.
Yeah, it's hard to think of Edward Norton
Yeah.
being like
Humorous.
Oh, where the heck am I? And
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he could be. I'm sure he
Yeah.
could be witty because he is, and he does play smart roles. And I'm sure, yeah, he could be witty. But
I think they would have had to write that character
Yeah, I don't know.
differently for these movies. But yeah, you're probably right.
I don't
I was
know.
just curious. I'm a big Edward Norton fan. I think it should have been Kevin Spacey. I'm just totally kidding.
That's messed up. Have to bring that up.
I was like, what?
Just, you're gonna throw that in there.
All right, man.
All right.
So getting into the real talk now.
Yes. So if you haven't watched the movie yet,
Bye.
please. Yes. This is gonna be the spoiler part.
Stop.
We're gonna talk about most of the Easter eggs that we saw. We're probably gonna miss some. And
Our thoughts, our
our
deeper
thoughts.
thoughts on the movie.
yes, and what is gonna come after this. So here we go.
All right, man. So, just
Can
overall,
you get the NBC on so we can watch the other game?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Give me a second.
Give us a second, because people wanna watch the football game.
keep going, keep talking, man.
Yeah.
So, what do you know? Anything specific about the movie that you guys?
I thought Grandmaster was crappy.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little
little
too
bit.
much, but
And I don't understand.
But
Like, I don't understand what his abilities are. I don't understand who he is. Like, they didn't explain.
He's kind of like a
He's just a
celestial,
he's
but
just a
he's not a
manipulator.
celestial.
But he didn't have any.
No, he doesn't have. They don't
had a
show.
stick.
They don't show his powers here, and I believe
he's just like a manipulator.
once, you know, the scene that they have at the end. We're gonna talk about like
Yeah, are we going
The-
into that already?
The second
no, like
after
at the
credit.
end of, yeah, the after
Yeah.
credit.
Okay. What about it?
In that part, they say, because they already talk about it, and that he's gonna come to Earth, and we're gonna see him living with a guy that Thor was living on the extra credit scene. So they
Yeah.
already filmed that part, and they're not gonna show it. It's gonna probably come out in like the DVD, and we're gonna
Wait,
see
what? Say again? I'm sorry.
You haven't seen the skits where he's with the Australian dude? What's the nerd guy?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, but anyway,
There's a scene that Thor, what happened to him in
Yeah,
I
during
think,
Civil War.
Civil
like,
War.
What's he doing during Civil War? And he's with
Yes.
some dude in Australia, and he's like,
I'm gonna take this week off.
Yeah, yo, you've been rocking that this whole time.
where he's helping him write an email to Tony Stark and to Steve Rogers to be like, oh, do you need my help for this Civil War thing that you have going on? You haven't seen those clips? Oh my god, dude!
Yes, super funny clips.
going back to talking about the Grandmaster. So the Grandmaster is
Was that
one
the
of
character that you didn't like how they portrayed him, or was it?
No, I mean that was Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum. You know what I mean? It wasn't really anything more than that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum. I just didn't like the fact that there was no
No
like
background to it.
why is this dude in charge of the planet?
Well,
why does everybody fear him? Why does anybody
he's
care?
He's one of the elders of the
Galaxy,
universe.
yeah.
But they didn't really establish that though.
Well, no, but the thing is that
she says in her little voiceover, she's like, "Oh, he was the first of the lost, and now he is found." And but,
he's brothers with the Collector.
but they didn't establish that.
No.
I
That's what I'm
guess.
saying. They didn't like
I
you
guess
know that,
not.
and I know that because we're dorks.
Workers freaking nerds.
But
You know. Anyway, but that's who he's supposed to be now. I
Yes,
don't.
for people who just come out and they don't know anything, probably they just see and like, why this guy's in charge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get you. I understand that part. They don't explain it, but they don't explain a lot of the things on it. They don't
no, I
explain-
feel you, but he was such a major character
Yeah.
that I think them taking an extra
And they actually
50
changed,
seconds.
They changed the kind of the story of World War Hulk compared to this one, because in World War Hulk, the Hulk goes into the Colosseum and fights everybody, and the person who's in charge of it is the Red King. No,
In Planet Hulk,
And Planet
the Red King is the King of Sakaar.
yeah, the King of the car.
And so
And
I
this
guess
one is-
because
So
I guess
he names
because
his kid he names his kid after the planet.
no, his kid's name is Scar.
Oh,
Scar.
So anyway, but I guess maybe they didn't really want to go full on Planet Hulk,
Yeah.
and because they want to establish that the elders of the galaxy are, the elders of the universe are supposed to be characters in this in the cinematic universe. I think that's why they brought him in. I mean, he was meant to be a humorous character, so I didn't necessarily have a problem with him being in it. But like you said, they maybe didn't establish very much. Now, what I didn't really like as far as like the way that things were not established was, I think it was kind of weak how they explained how the Hulk got there. You know what I mean? There really wasn't much to other than I was in the Quinjet and how the fuck?
Like how did the Quinjet get
How
in
the
space?
fuck does the Quinjet go from Earth to a wormhole to Sakaar? How the hell does that happen? You know what I mean? Like I think it would have at least helped explain it a little bit more. Like if they said something like, well, you know, the Hulk got away from us. We need to do something to keep him from destroying the whole planet or something, like kind of along the lines of Planet Hulk. So we decided to send them away. You know what I mean? And then give him some kind of motivation for whatever's coming up next.
His motives of him getting inside the plane were what?
He's a menace to Earth.
He's a menace to Earth.
But then, the Earth doesn't like him.
Going along those lines, it would have made sense if, like, you know, again, maybe Tony Stark had decided to be like, you know what, he needs to be sent away.
Like you said, I mean, they just had no real explanation behind it.
Right.
But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I like the idea of the whole.
It was just weak.
It was weak.
It was weak storytelling in that regard.
But at least it wasn't the director's job because they just told him, okay, you gotta have these guys all in this movie and then just go with it. So
Yeah, but as a director, you would think that you would want to, you know, explain a little bit better what's going on. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, you want to tell a story correctly.
Yeah, but I mean, you can handle the screenplay.
Yeah, at least in that regard, I thought was, you know, that was kind of weak. What I didn't, okay, so what I was going to say is what I didn't like about the way, not that the character was portrayed, but I felt like Hulk throughout the movies, I feel like he's been underpowered.
Well,
you know,
he's
like,
very underpowered in the movie.
In a lot of them, like
yes.
I feel like so Hulk is supposed to be this. Hulk is supposed to be this unstoppable force. The madder he gets, the stronger he gets.
Especially
so how do you
when he was
stop
in that planet already.
Right. So how do you stop that for one thing? So like if you guys recall
With sparkly hands.
Yeah, right. So back in Age of Ultron, he gets knocked out by the Hulkbuster. You know what I mean? So
well, that's what it's designed to do.
I understand that, but
it's designed to bust Hulk.
I understand that.
Exactly.
But the Hulkbuster wouldn't last.
Don't remember and don't forget that Banner helped design the Hulkbuster. So.
Well, not in the MCU though.
Yeah, he tells.
When did they say that?
Yeah, there's a line where he says.
Yeah, I don't remember
where
that.
Tony Stark and Banner both designed.
Really?
The Hulkbuster. Yeah.
Okay, well, either
Incidentally,
way.
I really didn't like Age of Ultron.
Okay, well, I mean, but that was a cool fight scene. I mean, it was a cool.
Yeah,
action
I'm just
scene.
saying as a movie.
I just felt like it was kind of, you know, one of those things where like, okay, they're not like I was curious to find out how it was that they were gonna stop him, and then they just stop him by punching him, like dropping him onto a building and punching him in the face. You know what I mean? Like that, and that was it. It was like okay, and then here, like I kind of wanted it to be more like maybe, you know, Thor and the Hulk, because I feel like although Thor can put up a fight against the Hulk, I don't feel like he's in the same tier. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
So with how you're saying they downplayed Hulk's power, they finally showed Thor's true power in this movie.
Maybe
correct.
That opening scene against Surtur was incredible, dude.
But Surtur was all messed up too, though.
It was amazing.
I don't know anything about Surtur, so
with the way he's taking on everybody and
he's
he
just
throws the hammer and it goes around.
True, but okay. So now
That was
so then-
amazing. Good night.
So now, well, absolutely, and that it was cool. He's very powerful, but you never saw Thor in Avengers take out a Leviathan the way the Hulk did. You know what I mean?
right.
Oh, the flying thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I feel like
So
again,
then, how's Hulk underpowered if he's the only one who took out the flying thing?
maybe, but if Thor can keep up with him and basically beat him.
But can you ever see?
Well, but he also
Thor
kind of went like Super Saiyan 2 in this movie. Like his dad died, he used the pain of loss, and he went.
Okay, I'll give you
The
that.
hammer was holding his power within.
I guess.
Like Odin.
And I told him about the difference that they did on the movies.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like for instance, like when you read the comics,
I've always felt like Thor and Hulk were 1 and 1A as far as the big guns in the Avengers.
Yeah, but
right?
they've never written in the comics. They've never really been. Yeah,
I'm a Marvel Comics fan, but Avengers is probably the ones I read the least. I always read a lot more Spider-Man and X-Men.
I mean, Thor can keep up,
sure.
but at some point he gets
if
to the
you
point
get
where Hulk
to
is
read
just.
World War Hulk or War Breaker Hulk.
Oh,
you know?
that's like he
that's when
destroys
he
everybody.
comes back to Earth, destroys everybody, and the one who puts it away, like, kind of calms his power was the Sentry.
Yeah. Well, no,
And
they end up
Isn't the
blasting each
Sentry?
other.
Isn't the Sentry supposed to be like a bad?
Yeah,
He's like Superman.
most powerful.
Mamma
He's like
jamma.
Superman. He's
But
like the
So where's he
Superman
at? Do
even more than
do they
that.
not have his?
No, no,
Does
no.
the MCU not have his rights, or are they just
I don't-
stashing him?
No, I don't think that he just hasn't been used.
Oh, so they're
But-
probably stashing him to
like
be the
you
next
said-
big bad,
But the
probably after
Sentry, the
Thanos.
Sentry has a weakness. His power is not continuous. He has to rest.
Yeah, he burns out eventually.
Oh, okay.
So that's how the fight
how it
ends
ends.
up, is that they both burn each other out. But like what Alonso was mentioning is that so World War Hulk, he's in Sakaar and he gradually, because everybody's so much more powerful than him in that world, he builds up his strength and he becomes uber powerful. And then so in World War Hulk, he thinks that the Illuminati send him away, so he wants to get revenge against them because he thinks that they killed his wife. So that brings him to even a
Betsy Ross.
No, Kyra. Okay, you have
It's
to
a
read the
chick-
comics.
it's
It's
a
a girl
chick-
that it's a girl warrior that he meets there.
That lives over there.
So
And
they think
they-
the Illuminati from Earth killed his wife in Sakaar?
No, because what
he
happens is that
associates it because
there's a bomb
they-
on the ship.
yes,
The ship blows up
And
and,
she
she
kills
gets caught
her.
in the. Oh, so,
So
she
he-
gets.
And she's pregnant at
so
the time.
she gets Apollonia Corleone, is what you're saying.
Oh yes.
So
Wow.
That's a great reference, by the
so then that brings his rage to like full on
Super Saiyan 3.
Breakaholic Super Death, and he
Whoa.
he destroys
Ain't nobody knows Super Death, all right?
he destroys Hulkbuster Iron Man. He destroys fucking Doctor Strange.
He
destroys Black Bolt.
Wolverine, anyway.
And like he takes
Well,
a full on Black Bolt scream.
if we're taking-
not
If we're taking
TV,
Black Bolt from the
Black
Inhumans
Bolt
TV show, I could take that dude.
Not Black Bolt TV.
And I just ate like 4 slices of pizza, and I can still take that dude.
No, but Black Bolt is supposed to be one of the most powerful guys also.
Yeah.
He takes a full scream from Black Bolt and does nothing to him and beats the shit out of him. So again, it gets to a certain
Oh, I
point
need
where
to-
then
I need
the
to
Hulk,
read this.
Yeah, you do got to read that.
do.
It's a great book.
Either of you have it?
I have it, yeah.
You have it?
Yeah, I do. I have the actual comics, so I might not be able to lend you those.
Okay, all right. Fine.
But anyway, so I just feel like he's on a different level, or he should be on a different level. So I feel like the way that the fight ended was kind of meh,
Which the Thor
and
fight
Hulk
in this movie?
Yeah, like I felt like it was kind of weak in how they zapped
how
them,
they,
and that's
yeah,
how
they
it
zapped
ended.
them and it ends up like that.
Anyway, but just to bring this up, in World War Hulk, he doesn't fight Thor; he fights Silver Surfer.
Whoa.
Yeah, Silver
And
Surfer's
he
the one,
beats Silver Surfer?
but only because Silver Surfer has the disc on him,
Oh.
and so Silver Surfer's very
Because
underpowered.
Silver Surfer ain't losing no hope.
Yeah, Silver Surfer becomes very underpowered. But anyway, so that being said, move on to the next things.
a disc that could penetrate Silver Surfer?
I don't know, man. Well, that's how strong these people are in that planet.
Interesting.
I mean, how do you contain the Hulk in a gladiator pit?
But that takes me to the point I guess I wanted to make to you about the movie was I don't disagree with you that maybe Hulk, based on everything you're telling me, seemed a little underpowered, but I think that he's there his impetus in this movie isn't the same as in the comics, right? He just
No.
kind of crash landed there.
Right.
He's really got no desire to leave.
Right. He says it so. He says so in the movie. He doesn't
So
want to
in
leave
terms
because
of the
he's
madder he gets,
appreciated.
the stronger he gets. Maybe
Right.
he's just not that fucking mad because he's kind of just like, oh, it's my boy.
Maybe so.
I want to murder. Whatever. I'm just fighting because I want to win.
Right.
But not because they Apollonia'd my chick and I gotta
Right. Well,
break
but
everybody.
he doesn't have that motivation in the movie because they only went so far with the World War Hulk references. So I mean, a big part of it is taken from the comics.
Sure.
But
And you saw the tower on the planet.
Oh, yeah, Easter
They had
egg.
the faces on it. They were the previous champions that were
Right.
there before. So they have
Better Ray Bill.
Better Ray
Better
Bill.
Bill was the most recognizable one.
Who's the double Hulk one?
The double face.
The Bi Beast, I think it was called.
By Beeson.
I read.
He's a Hulk.
A
He's
Hulk
like
villain.
bisexual.
Yeah.
No, it's a.
Somebody that the Hulk fought.
Yeah, somebody.
In a very
it's one of the
obscure
villains
comic.
of his comic.
Right.
that they have.
The other one was Marvel's version of Ares.
Ares, yes.
And I think they said Man
And they
Thing as
actually
well.
say they spoke to Kevin Feige. No,
Kevin Feige.
Feige or Feige, whatever his last name is. I'm
I
destroying.
don't think it's Feige.
I think I'm destroying his last name.
It's fine.
But
Kevin Feige.
We need to tag him on this for sure.
Feige. So they spoke to him about Barry Ray Bill, and they say they did a take on him. He's actually on the movie. They actually filmed.
But
him.
they take it out. They took it
They
out.
took it out because he's only like a brief moment, and they didn't want to have people complaining about not being there, and they want to do justice to the character and to the fans. So they didn't actually. They took out that scene that he has.
I wonder if it'll be in the DVD.
I don't think so, because he's saying that there's a maybe or a possibility that he will appear in another.
But I mean, it would be cool if they showed like the outtake of it. Like if it, once the
Yeah.
Blu-ray comes out, like it'll be like an extra or something like that. To be able to see it.
Hey, what would you guys think about if in the MCU they introduced this Angela character?
I read something about that because she's supposed to be an Asgardian also, right?
So Angela from Spawn. I
Yeah.
don't know if you ever read Spawn, Mo.
Yeah.
But they made her in the comics.
What the hell?
Marvel somehow got the rights to her.
Well, that's my wife's.
It's the anonymous
phone.
Raw general manager from WWE. Anyway, it's and they made her Thor's sister.
Is she Thor's sister?
Some shit like
So
that.
maybe that's why they made Hela that way. Maybe she's supposed to be an amalgamation of that character along with the real Hela.
When Odin mentions that in the movie, like we both looked at each other like, oh, that's an interesting twist
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Your phone just blew up, by the way.
And the other thing that I was gonna tell you about is they were saying that they wanna go to the direction of having a female Thor. That is one of the things that we were talking about. And
In the MCU?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that would be awesome.
One of the things that I was reading about, and this is just speculations right now because there's a lot of speculation behind it, but they actually, I think there's some words about the female Thor in like the cinematic universe, and this is why the decisions probably why making Thor Odin and leaving that Thor character open. And one of the things that they have, and I read about it, is the female Thor coming out in the comic books. Jane Foster is the new Thor, but in here they don't want to do.
Well,
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman's out.
is a bunch of things, and I heard that they want to do. Valkyrie probably is gonna be the
become
new
the
Thor,
female Thor.
the female
I liked
Thor.
her. What was her name? Tessa
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson.
I
Has she?
liked her.
What's she been in?
She was good.
She was in Creed. She was his love interest in Creed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got you.
I was like, I don't know if I've seen her
In the
anywhere. but-
previews,
That was I think Creed was her first like really big
Got you.
big break.
in the
Okay.
previews when they show her, coming on the bridge or whatever with all the fireworks behind her, I was like, I was curious to see why the fireworks were involved.
Yeah.
And the ship, the Happy Birthday, the orgy ship, dude. I've been surprised at some of the things that Marvel has said lately, like on screen, because in Spider-Man, this kid mentions the whole thing with porn,
Yeah.
and then now in this one,
They're
they
getting
mention the whole
away
thing
with little-
orgy.
little-
Yeah,
little
dude. I
things.
was just like, I'm watching. I'm
And
like,
the part
what hell?
where you see Hulk naked and he's
Right.
doing reference.
And
that,
Thor's
oh
like,
my God.
Thor like can't even look at it. He's just like,
mental picture.
I saw a great meme. It was like what Hulk sees and it's a pickle,
Yeah.
and it's what
I
Thor
sent it
sees.
to you
And
guys.
a huge snake.
Yeah, I sent you,
yeah.
like,
Oh, okay,
there's
that's
a
yeah.
snake.
So that was pretty damn
There's a
funny.
snake. There's a pickle and there's a snake.
That's awesome.
So the other things that were mentioned in the movie, so we saw Odin's vault. We were talking earlier about where the Infinity Stones are right now.
There we go. We
So-
should talk about that.
Okay, so
Yeah, where
Odin's
would you guys-
vault. Odin's vault. We saw that they had the Tesseract was there, and then Hela, basically
The flame.
does away with the fake gauntlet because everybody had
Okay,
seen the gauntlet.
I have a thing that they talk about to Kevin.
She said fake, right?
Yeah, and I know why they did that part because they talked to Kevin Feige about it.
Feige.
Sorry,
Kevin
That's why we
Feige.
hear Feige
Kevin Feige.
about it, and they say because in a lot of the previous movies that they did, and they did like the Easter eggs and they did like the end credit scenes. They made a lot of mistakes. So one of the mistakes was having that gauntlet there, and one of the mistakes they have is showing Thanos grabbing the gauntlet. So to correct those stuff, they're doing this is parts of it saying, "Oh, this is fake." So it takes away all the different.
The doubt.
But here's the thing, though: when Thanos grabs the gauntlet
He-
doesn't have any gems on it.
of course, it doesn't have any gems on it, but you see him put it on, and then he grabs it
Right.
because he already has it on his property.
Well, he has the gauntlet, no gems.
Yeah, no gems.
The gauntlet that was in Odin's vault has all the gems on it.
Right.
Yeah, that's why it's fake.
Right.
Right.
But again, if you recall back to the original Thor, when everybody saw it, they were like, "Holy shit, the Infinity Gauntlet's there." But then, again, they have to go back, and now that they're doing this whole thing with bringing everybody together and putting the Infinity Gauntlet together, they have to explain why that
what
was
they're
there.
trying to do is they're trying to build a timeline, and they made a lot of mistakes. They realized they made a lot of mistakes
course.
on it, so they're trying to figure out
They're
a way.
retconning it in a way.
And listen, this world universe building that they've done it's unprecedented.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no movie studio has ever done anything like this.
No, they couldn't.
So they're gonna have a blunder or two here and there, and we gotta kind of let that slide. But
You
that's
guys
really
did-
not a big
you
deal
guys
for
did
me.
read the supposed possibility of Nova being in the movies, right?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
because
Because
Xandar,
they
because
have-
Xandar,
they
which
have-
they mentioned.
well, I
in
thought
the
Nova
movie
was
too.
gonna be in Guardians too. I was
Well,
kind of
they have
disappointed when they didn't
one
come out.
of the gems. They have it.
Okay, so talking about that, okay, so let me just bring up.
Is that what we're gonna do now? Like where the gems are at?
Okay, so the gems, the Space Stone, which is a Tesseract,
The first one that we saw.
in the Cosmic Cube.
that was the Cosmic Cube that was in Odin's vault. You had mentioned how Loki walks by it.
Yes. at the end.
Yeah, dude. When he walked by,
We both were like,
So
we both were like, that's not staying in there. He's got that on him for sure. He stole that.
He's gotta have that.
well, of course, because in the spoiler in the in the sneak thing of the Infinity War
Yes.
trailer, they show him like handing the Tesseract.
Well, not only that, but Asgard got blown up. We know the thing's gonna be come into play at some point. So
Exactly, it's
he's
gotta be
gotta have
somewhere.
it.
It's
He's
gotta
got
be
to
So
have
what
it.
is gonna happen at the end? We see the plane of Thanos, the spaceship of Thanos.
That
coming.
was the okay. So that was
That's
the
what we're assuming
mid
it
credit
is.
scene.
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Okay.
Well, there's no other option.
Yeah.
That has to be Thanos because number one is using the technology of the
The Kree.
no
No,
the guys who are far in Sokovia.
Chitauri, yes,
The Chitauri.
Chitauri.
Yeah, the Chitauri people. He's using the same technology of them, so he has the spaceship on it. So he's destroying the plane, and in that moment,
Okay, so my take was that if any of you guys saw the footage of the Infinity War at
I've
Comic
refused to
Con,
watch it.
okay, well,
Oh, you didn't? Okay,
well,
so that's why.
that's what I'm saying. That the moment that he destroys, Loki has to teleport everybody
well,
out of that place to Earth, and whoever.
or what if he captures them all?
This is another thing.
It's
This is
speculation,
speculations too. The other part is that if it gets destroyed, this is how we see Thor flying around the space.
Right, because what ends up
lands.
happening? So in the footage, not to spoil it for you, right? But
You'll see it eventually.
in the footage,
I've read it. I just,
in the
I
footage,
don't want to.
you told me
basically Thor ends up on the
Windshield.
the windshield of the Delano. Oh, sorry, the Milano, which is the ship.
The DeLorean.
Yeah, the DeLorean. The Milano, which is the Guardian ship.
Yeah.
And, so how does he end up there? I mean, we're figuring that either Thanos captures them all, or he destroys a ship or something, or they get into some kind of battle and he ends up there. So, but anyway, so the Tesseract,
Well,
more than
I guess
likely
that's why-
Loki has it.
That's why I said earlier that I was a little disappointed in the post-credit scene because I'd read that. So I thought we would see. I thought they leave it more like the ship pops up or something, and then you see like a
you see something.
Something
more,
happened.
not just a ship.
so that it
They were
ends with
explained
Thor
that.
flying in space, and then the next
And
movie
then
comes
leading
out
to
and you
that.
see bomb. But whatever. I guess
Maybe, but
Like I wanted a pre-jack, when I in that after credits.
Yeah,
I,
nice.
I didn't pre-jack.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the second
so-
one,
so the Mind Stone, which is the yellow stone, that one Vision has.
Vision has it.
Vision's gonna have to die or something because
Yeah, he's gonna get ripped apart.
Yeah, he's gonna freaking get torn apart. The Reality Stone, that's the Ether.
Which
from
Grandmaster
from
Master.
no, the Collector
I mean,
The
has. it.
collector has it.
Yeah.
Then the Power Stone right now, the Nova Corps has. That's the purple stone. And then the Time Stone is the Eye of Agamotto. That's what Doctor Strange has.
Those- And the last one, the one that we haven't seen, is the soul.
They haven't shown it yet, have
They
they?
haven't shown it. So we're missing one,
Adam Warlock, maybe.
maybe. We don't know. We're speculating in this. You know, we don't know how.
Well, I mean, because I don't expect to see all 6 stones in Infinity War.
You don't think so?
No.
I think so.
No, I think Infinity War is gonna be him collecting the stones.
I think so, too.
Him
But
collecting the
I don't think it
stones.
will be all 6.
But maybe in the post credits, at the you'll see him finally like clink, like putting on the last.
Right.
Stone.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think the Infinity War is just him collecting them, and then in the Infinity Gauntlet, which is what they've said is the last one's going to be named, that's them trying to fight him off. But anyhow,
Why don't you finish eating before you freaking...
you can hear me perfectly, man. Shut the hell up. Gotta eat.
Yes.
So the other things that were pretty. So the cameos that were pretty funny. I thought Matt Damon being in that
was
scene was pretty hilarious.
Dying.
Yeah, that was pretty goddamn funny. So Matt Damon
Not
plays.
only that, but the dude from Jurassic Park that played Odin, that was mad funny too.
Was he the guy from?
Yeah, that's the dude from the OG Jurassic Park.
Really?
Yeah.
God, what was his name?
That he played.
Oh, that plays Odin in the yeah.
And then the guy
yes.
that plays Thor
I couldn't
is
tell who-
Chris
yeah.
Hemsworth's brother,
Oh, yeah?
Luke. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
I didn't know
Luke
that.
Hemsworth plays Thor. So there's a little scene, if for anybody who hasn't seen the movie yet, that where
Well, if you listen to this,
Which is
Well,
why
it's
are
just
you
the
watching
spoiler
this?
part? Yeah.
Thor defeats Surtur. He arrives with the crown or whatever, and then he goes back to Asgard.
He watches a theatrical version of what happened to Loki.
Yeah,
Loki being the
disguised-
hero.
Loki disguised as Odin is watching the play.
I love Loki, dude.
And Matt Damon was pretty hilarious as Loki, but that was
Tom
pretty damn
Hiddleston
funny.
does such a great job with that character.
Mm-hmm.
There's another part when that I was telling him when Thor was sitting on the chair on the
In the
planet
ship?
Sakaar,
Oh.
Sakaar, and they
Okay, where he moves across and
Yes.
he like
When he's
gets-
on the 3D ride.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, when he's getting introduced to Grandmaster.
Okay,
And
so
you hear the music. The music in the background is the one they're making tribute to Willy Wonka. Song.
Yeah, do you remember
Willy
that?
Wonka some part that he's on it and sits. They're playing that song.
Okay, so
So-
well, if you remember in the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder, there's a scene where he's taking the kids
They're
through in that
taking the
boat.
kids, yes.
And then now it's not the same song as the one from the boat, but it's
Yeah.
a song
It's
in Thor. There's a song that they play from Willy Wonka.
Gotcha.
And along the music lines, I love that they used the "Immigrant Song," man, by Led Zeppelin. That was fucking awesome. Because I heard it in the trailers, and a lot of times when they play music in the trailers, they don't use it in the movie.
Yeah.
And it was awesome that they used it, man, because
What do
it
you
was
guys
perfect.
think of Kate Blanchett?
Awesome.
She was amazing.
She nailed it.
Blanchett.
She was great.
Michael Keaton has been the best villain in the Marvel movies by a million miles. She's number 2.
What about Tom Hiddleston though?
No, I think she took my number 1. Though.
Tom Hiddleston. The thing about Tom Hiddleston is that he's kind of
He's like an anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero.
That
Like
and he still
instigator.
Until
kinda.
it plays in his favor.
You guys
Right.
talk
No, but
about
he's like a
it's the god of
kinda.
mischief thing.
Yeah.
It's his character
regardless-
never really is a full blown super villain
he
or a
still
full
seems
blown.
held back, just like you guys are saying with Hulk and whoever. They all seem held
Yeah,
back.
I mean he's a deity and he's kind of just like teleporting around and putting after images and
Speaking
wah,
of
wah, wah.
teleporting, once after that whole play thing is done, then Thor goes to, or
awesome.
they get pulled to Earth after, or they go to Earth to find whatever
To find Odin?
Odin, and then when they have the interaction with
Yeah, the
Strange,
scene with Doctor Strange is great.
that was a great scene, and I always thought from the previews that it was going to be a scene maybe like right at the very beginning because it was one of the after credits in the previous movies.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be something actually really, really quick. But when he's jumping around and he's spilling the beer, he's getting all dizzy from all the time.
Oh, and the
we
Strange,
could see,
yeah.
and we could see Doctor Strange getting way more powerful than what he was before, and we could see that he has more control with his powers.
It's crazy how powerful he is.
And he just grew
Because for
up.
him to be able to manhandle Loki like that is like, it's ridiculous.
Yes.
And he
It's
tells him,
super
he's like,
great.
"Don't call me a wizard," or he's like, "I'm not a wizard. I'm a master of the mystical arts." Or
Yeah.
whatever, like, so like that.
He's a sorcerer supreme. Actually, have they called him the
No.
sorcerer supreme yet?
No.
They
right?
mentioned that term in
Doctor
Strange in the
Strange.
movie,
Right,
But they
but-
never referred to
Well,
him.
but
as-
they refer to the ancient one as a sorcerer supreme. I don't think they ever really called
They
him
haven't.
that.
No, they haven't called him that yet. Speaking of like interactions, one of the main interactions. I know. I can't believe this happened. One of the main interactions I'm looking forward to seeing is Doctor Strange when he finally runs up on Iron Man. Oh,
Why?
Benedict
Because of- because
Cumberbatch
of- because of-
and
because they're so
Robert
similar?
Downey Jr. are going to be money.
Yeah, I think so.
Money. Yes.
Their characters,
I
are so,
hope- you
their
know
characters
they're-
are so similar.
I hope they throw that in
have
there.
to.
They have to throw that
Did
reference
you see?
in
Did
there.
you see that video of?
Mustache Bros.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like somebody said that basically Doctor Strange is Iron Man with magic.
No, it's funny.
It's pretty hilarious. Where they make all the comparisons, like, oh,
Rich.
rich
And what happened
rich
with the-
douchebag,
with the
you know, gets
execution of
powers
character?
and
Oh,
that.
He was terrible.
Yeah, he wasn't good.
whoa.
I thought he
Carl
was-
Urban was great in the role.
He was fine in the role, yes, but
The
But
character
he
was
makes
so
the
weak.
he makes the biggest sacrifice than anybody on the movie. He risks his life for his
yeah,
world.
yeah. Once he realizes that he's a fucking asshole,
But he did it.
But he did.
agreed.
He could have not.
With Dez and Troy.
But that's a good
That was
that's
so bad.
that's
was great.
that's a good reference and tribute to the comic book because
And
once
to
he
the Dallas
comes
Cowboys,
out
even though
of
they
it-
suck.
he comes out with the
machine guns,
the
yeah.
machine guns on the comic book, and he does it for a little bit on it.
Well,
So this
that
one-
that actually happens.
happens. They pay
Yeah,
a tribute to that.
Yeah,
So
and he
they
actually does sacrifice himself as well to help Thor in
Yes.
the comics as well. So that was very close to it, but
That's-
he just didn't do much to be a villain in the movie.
But he wasn't really a villain. He was just a coward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, he was
exactly.
just yeah.
He was just a coward
He
until
was just
the
a,
end.
he was just a tool.
He was I don't even think he was a coward. I think he was an opportunist.
yeah.
Did you guys read?
He just wanted to survive.
Did you guys read Thor: The God Bomb? I read
No.
The God Butcher, but I never
No.
read The God Bomb. Okay. No,
No,
you
the
either?
God
So what was cool too is how Thor's look was very much like the unworthy Thor
Yeah, kind of.
storyline.
Yes.
He has the short hair
After
and
he cut his hair.
he doesn't have the hammer
Oh
either
my god,
and
that
all
was
that.
so funny when he's like, "You do not touch the locks of
Yeah.
the mighty Thor."
And when you see like
Stan
Lee on it,
Please, sir, don't cut my hair. That was great, dude.
that's the best scene that you could see him on.
That
it.
was
You're
great.
like,
That was
pretty
what? Yes.
You know what we should do one day?
although-
We should do a Stan Lee Marvel movie cameo ranking.
Although, well, I was about
Yes,
to say that I
I
was
like
like, I like his Deadpool one where he's the DJ at the strip club.
Yeah.
That was pretty hilarious.
It's the top one.
That one was great. What did he say? And now on stage, Chastity. He's so ridiculous, man.
Once after he gets the haircut, the funniest part to me, and Ray kept looking back at me because I couldn't stop laughing, was when they're fighting and Thor goes up to Hulk and he's like, "The sun is getting low," and he
that
goes
was-
and reaches out to his hand, and he kept saying it over, and I was just laughing.
And when he just went bomb, bomb, and Loki's
Yeah.
like, "That's how that feels." That shit.
that was pretty good.
dude, that was
that
one of
scene
the
was
best
pretty good.
scenes for
Dude,
sure.
Loki's acting in that scene when he's in the skybox or
Like, he's
whatever
just
with
like,
Grandmaster watching. That was so good. I think. Listen, I'm happy Daniel Craig that is coming back as James Bond. But if they would have had to pick somebody else, I would have been perfectly happy with Tom
Yeah,
Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston would have been good.
I would have been happier with Idris Elba, but Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah,
Tom Hiddleston's fire.
I liked Idris Elba. Yeah, I kind of wish his character had a little bit more to do in Thor, but I liked him. He was good as Heimdall. I liked him as Heimdall.
He did quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, he did some stuff.
He did
in
more
that.
in this one than he did in the first two.
His fight scene was
Yeah, I guess
too
so.
short. Though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm seeing it, and I'm like, okay, wait, what? That's it? Like, it's over? Like he killed like 3 guys.
Yeah, but it was definitely good, man. It was cool to see him. I like him as an actor.
So let's circle back to Valkyrie.
Okay.
What do we? I know you said you liked her. How'd you feel about
Yeah,
it?
I
well,
liked her. I mean, I thought her backstory was cool.
I was waiting the entire time to see the scene that we've seen in the previews where
The Valkyries
where
fly
the Valkyries
in
are flying
to-
against Hela
to fight
and that
Hela.
shit was fucking
Yeah,
Like-
I think it was
dope.
good in the sense that it gave you a good sense of her motivation.
Yeah, like a little backstory. of
Right,
it.
like why is she there and why is she the way she
They
is.
could
all you need.
have
That's all you
taken
need.
30 seconds and the same thing for Grandmaster and
Yeah, or again explained how the fuck Hulk ended up there.
Sure.
Yes.
Anyway, but I appreciated that they gave her a backstory, and along those lines. So okay, well, actually, getting away from that. So, where's Hela? Do you guys think Hela's
No, Hela's not
still
dead.
around?
She's definitely not there.
so
It's not
okay.
dead.
So then there you go. I had this written down in my
In your
Ray
skull?
notes. So in the comics, right? Thanos' motivation is that he wants to impress death.
We had talked about this before.
Is Hela the death that he's trying to impress?
So I
or are
had
they
read
going to bring out
No.
death like another Fifi?
So I had read something about that
Are they
might be a
even
possibility
Are they
because
even gonna throw that in there?
well, here's the thing. I mean, but
Because
that's
the first
in the
movie,
comics. That's his whole motivation.
I understand.
They already say that in the first movie or
Can I see that,
Infinity Wars, they don't Hela doesn't come out on the movie. So the motivations.
Oh, they
for
already
it-
said that?
Yes. So the motivations for Thanos to collect all of them is not to impress Hela.
Maybe
That's what I'm
it's
saying,
too.
yeah.
So she comes out
Fuck
probably.
everybody up.
So she comes out in the second movie
Well-
probably. So
Here's the thing, though. Okay, if you guys recall, I can't remember. I want to say it was Avengers, but yeah, I think it was Avengers when that Chitauri dude with the hood tells him in that post-credit scene that to invade Earth is to court death, having a double meaning. So again, I still think that's a big part of his motivation.
probably.
He worships death, and they really haven't.
I mean, look at me. Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, aside of Hela, there really hasn't been a personification of that character yet. So that's where the theory goes: is that she is going to be that personification of death, and that's who he's trying to impress.
Well, I'm kind of bummed out.
Yeah,
John's
so-
not here. I'm wearing a Transformer shirt.
You wore it for him, huh?
Tribute to John.
So anyway, yeah. I mean, you don't see her die, so I think she's still going to be around.
Yeah, she's not dead. She
I thought
can't die. She can die just like
No,
that.
she's too famous an actress to kill off in one movie.
Not
How about
only,
that?
Nah, but
not
they
only
did
that,
to
but
Jack Nicholson
that can kill
in
her.
Batman, in the original Batman,
Oh,
or
but,
the '89
but
Batman.
in '89 they weren't world building the way they're world
I
building
guess,
here.
but
They can. She is flying through
what about
space and she's
but what
gonna
about
survive.
freaking the Red Skull? They kind of killed him off too,
Yeah, they did.
but.
That character is in the air. We don't know what happens to him. It's like,
Maybe so, but I mean, you technically did see him die.
Did I read some? This is gonna be way out there, but did I read some shit that they put Charles Xavier's brain into the Red Skull in the comics recently? Did you guys read
I
that?
haven't read that.
Yeah, there was like some weird shit that happened. Xavier dies or whatever, and they harvest his brain and they give it to the Red Skull.
I don't know. I haven't heard
And
that.
he
but now we're
becomes-
getting way off topic.
He becomes a Red Onslaught or some shit like that.
I haven't heard that.
Throw
But
that out
anyway,
there.
so
wow.
was there anything else?
Anybody who knows who can confirm or deny that, hit us up on the comments on the.
Anything
YouTube
else to
page.
discuss Thor-wise?
Thor-wise. I have a question. You guys saw that little letter that appeared at the end?
No.
That says Captain America something.
No.
No.
Because
What was
I didn't catch it. Like at the end of the second
Credits.
the second credits.
Second after credits.
With the Grandmaster?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
At the end of it appears a letter that says Captain America something.
It said something.
Yes, I was like, what the hell?
I didn't catch
couldn't
that.
read it.
No.
I swing my hammer.
I am definitely
Really
gonna
fast.
catch it a second time, probably
And
sometime.
I
this week.
fly.
Okay.
Amazing.
So
Anyway,
That dude
it
was
was-
great.
the
That dude was
scenes-
great. Korg.
Taika Waititi?
Korg did, yeah, whatever. That guy did an awesome job. That guy killed me. When he's like, oh, he's
I was
dead.
I
And
wa-
the nigga's like,
I was amazed. I was amazed how much time they give him as a character in the movie.
is he a character from the
Yeah,
comics?
he's in
or
Planet-
Yeah,
he's in Planet
he's in
Hulk.
the Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Nice.
He
actually-
becomes one of Hulk's
All of-
warbound, they call
Yes,
him.
the whole work round. There were like 5 different
Yeah,
guys.
it was
What are they,
him,
like his
Meek,
horsemen?
yeah, like his war
Blood
troop.
Riders.
Yeah, his exactly his blood riders.
Nice.
So it's like him, Meek, the red chick, I forget her name.
I forgot his name.
There's a couple of other
Yes.
characters that are with him that basically go with him to Earth to help him exact his revenge.
I'm gonna have to go.
It's good, man. It's a good book.
Planet Hulk. Is it Planet Hulk or World War Hulk?
Planet Hulk and
Planet
World
Hulk,
War
World
Hulk.
So they're both kind of tied in
Because
together.
Planet Hulk is him being a gladiator, and then World War Hulk
Is when
is
he
then him
comes
going
back.
back to Earth to basically kill everybody.
Text the wife, be like, yo, go on Amazon. Order this.
Fuck, it was good, man. It was a good book.
Yes, it is a great book.
But anyway, overall, I mean, yeah, the movie was great. It was funny, almost too funny.
Nah, I wasn't almost too funny.
No, that's fine.
I mean, I liked the humor, but again, I just think it should have had a little more
The opening
Gravitas?
dialogue for me, the opening dialogue, I guess, was a little like
Over
at
the-
first I was
over
kinda
the
like,
top?
Okay, so, okay, maybe a little too much there, here and there. But then once it got to the flow of the movie, I thought it was fine. I like the emotion behind them meeting with Odin And then when he freaking generates his full power at the end, after and then how he keeps seeing him as he's getting beat the fuck up. By
Okay,
Hela,
so
or
about
when he's
that.
fighting Hela. And by the way, with Hela, when she throws out the blades, when she comes up the stupid tunnel thing, and she comes back and just take these guys
the
out.
Bifrost.
Yeah, the Bifrost. She freaking just take these guys. No, man. When she comes up the teleporting thing, man, the freaking bridge.
The Bifrost.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah, the
Bifrost
Rainbow
was a stupid
Bridge.
Cube thing.
No, the Rainbow Bridge.
Yes, the Rainbow Bridge. When she freaking kills the
Rainbow
Asgardian dudes.
Road.
Yes.
Not Rainbow Road. It's Rainbow Bridge.
No,
Fucker.
Mario Kart reference.
So maybe that's
And
where the
she takes
freaking
these
Rainbow Road
guys out.
leads.
She takes these guys out like it was all good, like nothing, and they're supposed to be badass, freaking Asgardian warriors and shit.
Fuck, I lost
But
my train of
she's
thought,
dead.
man.
Dude.
Exactly.
She's
That's why it was so
dead,
gangsta.
dude.
You were talking
By the
about
way-
Thor. He was talking all.
Oh, okay,
Special-
so...
Okay, go
I
ahead.
wasn't
no,
expecting
go,
the
go,
eye
go.
loss.
No, I was gonna make it good. No, go
I
ahead.
wasn't expecting the loss of the eye.
Okay,
Oh, me neither.
okay, so along the whole thing with Thor showing his true power and so on and so forth, is Mjolnir gonna make an appearance again at some point?
No,
You don't
Ever?
think so? You don't think so? Okay,
That
because-
hammer's got to get rebuilt.
no, because
well,
and
here-
I tell you why. Because in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is the hammer of Thor is not the power of Odin. Is inside Thor the power of Odin. So in here, it's totally
the
different.
hammer helps him channel the power.
Yeah. So in here in the cinematic universe, it's totally different than the comics. So what I expect on the next movie, I expect him keep getting the axe, which is the different one.
Okay,
The Better Rate Bill axe?
no, it's a
No,
it's a
it's an
different
axe that
weapon.
It's like an axe that he uses. As in Unworthy Thor, I think he will use it.
Yeah, well,
Dude,
because
That hammer's coming back.
okay,
I'm gonna tell you why that hammer's coming back.
I have an idea about that.
merchandising.
Too. I have an idea.
Yeah.
Well, I have an idea on that too, but okay, so Beta Ray Bill gets a version of Mjolnir.
Yes.
It's still a hammer.
But it's totally
I think
different.
they call it like Thunderbreaker or something. I forgot what it was called, but it looks similar. It's still a hammer, Stormbreaker. Good call, man. Okay, so my theory is that going along your theory of the female Thor, if they're bringing a female Thor into it, she's gonna have to have a hammer.
Yes. But
So-
they don't have the same hammer. Oh well.
And then also in the comics, I've read that there's a golden hammer as well.
Yes, a golden hammer. Yes. And I was reading something that they probably they bring the golden hammer in here.
Okay.
Rory uses
So-
it, yeah.
We might see that.
The golden hammer on Hoser.
No, that's what she calls what I got in my pants. Anyway.
and she. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. No, because the wormhole. What they call the wormhole?
Devil's anus.
The double
Devil's
The
anus.
devil's anus.
Anus. It wasn't. No, they call it
That
devil's.
was
That was pretty damn
that was
funny.
hilarious.
But anyway, so I think at some point Mjolnir is gonna make a comeback.
Yeah, so do I. I don't think. I think just because it's such a recognizable part of the character.
Yeah, I mean,
and again,
that's-
these movies are while they do a good job of doing fan service, these movies are marketed to a mass audience.
Yes.
And you can't not have that hammer
mean, that's
because
his-
then
that's
you
his
can't sell
thing.
these to little kids.
Exactly. No, but not just
Like
that
us.
though. That's one of the most recognizable parts of
Well,
Thor
it's the most.
as
How
his
about this?
character.
It's the most recognizable weapon in the MCU, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That and the
Oh,
shield.
The shield. Yeah, Cap shield. So just the same way that at some point I think Steve Rogers is gonna have to have his shield again.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna have to become Cap again. So
So we're assuming he's doing the what's it called, the Nomad character.
well, that's what I've read that in Infinity War he's gonna be Nomad.
Just
He-
like Hawkeye is going to be Ronin. He's supposed to change
Ronin? Really?
Ronin.
I think he
Is
dies.
that his name, Ronin?
I
Ronin.
don't,
Yeah.
I don't remember
I
that.
think Captain America dies.
Yeah, so do I.
Well,
Yeah.
What's his last movie? Infinity Gauntlet is his last contracted movie.
well.
yeah, and they're gonna push
Spoiler
Falcon to
spoiler
be,
alert!
Falcon
20
to-
years later, I mean Thanos kills him in the comics. So
Yes, but
a lot of people look. A lot of characters are gonna die in Infinity War.
yeah, but most of the characters are gonna come back.
in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, in some way.
We're
But
all
yeah.
assuming it's gonna be Strange with the time gem. He'll
Yes.
just like.
No, because it has to do with Adam Warlock finally putting everything back the way it
Oh,
was.
when he gets the gauntlet.
Right. Because at some point, Adam Warlock, but and again, they can't do it the same way. They have to find a different way because what happens is in the comics, Adam Warlock is inside the Soul Gem and he takes over the gauntlet from inside the gem.
Holy crap!
So it gets very crazy,
Convoluted. Yeah,
Right.
Very convoluted.
Very complicated.
So again, how it's gonna happen, I don't know, but that's how he puts everything back the way it was. So there's a lot of shit that's gotta happen, but. Anyway, so thumbs up, go watch it. It was awesome.
The Star Wars trailer was in it.
Top
It was
top
fantastic.
real quick,
Yes.
top 5.
Iron Man 1, Winter Soldier, Avengers, Guardians 1, and Thor.
Mo.
Civil War. Fuck. Yeah, I guess I'll go Iron Man number 2 for me.
Iron Man 1.
Yeah. Then I'll go Winter Soldier. I'll go Thor number 4. Thor Ragnarok number 4. And number 5. Damn.
Ant-Man.
No, that's good. I'll go Doctor Strange number 5.
Okay.
Damn.
As of right now.
Shit.
Wow.
I forgot about that one. I gotta
Yeah, I
say
like Doctor
number
Strange better
1.
than either of the Guardians.
Number 1. I liked Civil War a lot. Sorry, not Civil War. Winter Soldier. I'm sorry. I would say Winter Soldier for me first. Homecoming 2, Thor 3, Guardians, and then maybe Iron Man.
Damn.
Still Iron
I
Man
like-
boss, man.
It's only because I'm hating on you.
First one has to be Thor Ragnarok, just now. My second one has to be Civil War. Then the third one, Winter Soldier probably. Yes. My fourth one has to be Guardians, and Iron Man has to be my fifth one.
Yeah.
Damn, number 5. Iron Man.
Yes.
But I mean, the first Iron Man still makes it in the top 5 for,
Yes.
for all of us.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
If you think about it.
Well, so does Winter Soldier.
But that's really
Winter Soldier and
Soldier's
Iron
fantastic.
Man.
Okay, so 2 quick things before we wrap up the Thor thing.
Yes.
What's that video? I know you saw it. Explain to us the video where they say that Thor's potentially the best Marvel movie.
Well,
Why is
I texted it to everybody. I haven't seen it again, so I don't remember.
All right, so I guess we'll have to get back to
Okay,
that.
so I mean,
And
do
then
you
the
want to
other
explain
thing-
it or?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I was asking you guys.
Watch
about
it.
But then the one that we were just talking now with Ray that we were bringing up is Thor and Daryl. So the guy's name
Thor
is
and what?
Daryl, and he during Civil War, Thor's doing his thing in Australia. So you have to watch that video. We'll watch it right now after we wrap up.
But yeah, there's a video that I texted to you guys. Who is it by? Do you remember, Guillermo? The video that explains
Why Thor is
the best Marvel movie.
Oh,
Anyway, I mean, it all has to do with character development and growth from beginning to end, and how Thor begins kind of being like a douchebag, pretty much, and then he loses his abilities and he loses his birthright basically, and eventually he realizes that it's not all about him, and he has to make a sacrifice, and eventually he doesn't, and then becomes worthy to wield Mjolnir again. So
Yeah,
that's
the video
what it
itself is called "Why Thor is the Best Marvel Movie." It's
Exactly.
By the closer look, it's about a year ago. It's got over 150,000 views.
Yeah, and when you watch it, it makes sense.
Listen, I didn't necessarily dislike the first Thor. I just I don't know. There was something about it that just it didn't have the kind of rewatch value, in my opinion. That I've seen Iron Man 1 easily 25 times already.
God damn.
Like if that movie's on, or like if I'm really just totally bored and there's nobody to kill in Overwatch, like whatever, I'll pop it. It's just a really good movie. It's just a really, really good movie.
I guess what I liked about the original Thor most is just Loki himself, because up to that point he might have been the best villain, and then when they get to the first Avengers,
I just thought the
it was
Destroyer was
first
weak
step.
sauce.
I mean, it was a robot basically.
Hey, where's Lady Sif in this movie? Anybody know?
Yeah, dude.
Well, we were talking about that
About
too. She made an appearance in Agents of Shield. I heard.
John
Oh, a
Rivera.
long
what
time
her-
ago though.
Yeah, I
that
don't know
was
what-
season.
Well, I don't know
Two,
what the
dude.
deal was, but she wasn't around. I don't know why.
So, we're
So
closing up?
I think so, man.
Close
Again,
enough shot.
go watch it. It was fucking awesome. It was
Great
fun.
movie.
It was hilarious.
Yes.
Sometime this
Top 5 Marvel films.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
Don't
watch
watch
it.
it in 3D.
Yes, and to
Don't watch
everybody,
anything in 3D.
to everybody that keeps listening, please subscribe. If you really like our videos, give us a like and follow us in podcasts, YouTube, and iTunes. Look for us.
Podbean.
Nerdos,
Podbean, iTunes, Instagram.
YouTube. We have the Instagrams and all of our infos in the descriptions. If you really like our video, give us a like and please follow, subscribe, and bye bye.